Alright, so today let's talk about Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, which is the sixth Tremors movie in the Tremors franchise. Now, real quickly, I'm going to mention the franchise itself before this one, and I really enjoy the first one. I think the first one is awesome, and I think 2 and 3 are fun. I don't like 4, I thought it was really incredibly boring. 5 I thought was a fine, and I thought that this one is pretty much on the same level as 5. I think it's just fine. Like, I don't think this movie really, like, for me personally, and I love horror franchises that never end, but this is a franchise where I enjoy it all right, but it's not one I necessarily want to rewatch. And this one, the sixth Tremors film for me is just like the fifth one, where it's just okay, but it's kind of wearing its welcome. Not in a way where I hated it, but in a way where I'm just like, okay, to me this is not I'm not the appeal for this type of franchise. Like, there are horror franchises I love, that like Friday the 13th and Chucky, that never like stop, but I feel like this is one of those franchises where I've never been completely invested in it in a way where I love every iteration or every film in the franchise. And like I said, this one's just okay. I like how it's done by the same company that did like Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky. So it's a direct-to-video movie, which is fine. It's cool that we get these, even if they're not theatrical, because they wouldn't make much money theatrically probably, or not enough for the company to have a reason to put it theatrically, I guess, is my guess. I guess that's why, but it's pretty much like, it's very samey Tremors like the other ones, where it's Bert is back again, and then his son, who you realize is his son in the last movie, played by Jamie Kennedy of all people. Jamie Kennedy. He's in this movie again, and they go to Canada this time because they might have found the first graboids and ass blasters in Canada. And I guess that is a cool idea for the sixth movie, to go to try to find like the first like creature, and I think that that's kind of a cool idea. And going to Canada is a different location. I like seeing them in the snow instead of like in the desert like they did in the other ones, which is it is a cool change of pace, I guess, in terms of just how it looks. That is a cool difference between the other ones. And then you get this girl who is Kevin Bacon's daughter, apparently, who he was in the first Tremors, and they all team up together to fight off the graboids. Them and a group of other people who are fine, and I think that my biggest issue probably is it's just the same. To me, it's not, even if there are franchises that I love that are the same, they could be more entertaining to me, but this one just isn't one, like I said, that I've never been invested in as much. This franchise, like, they're fun, they're fine, but they've never gripped me much. And this one, it's fine. It's just not one that I'll rewatch, not one that I care for. But I mean, it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. I enjoyed my time watching it. And the other negative I guess I can give is he had a couple funny lines, but man, Jamie Kennedy just, I don't know, like, he's never been an actor that I have enjoyed, really. I mean, there's been a couple things, but overall, he's just, I don't know, like, his humor in this is not very funny, and I think that the guy who plays Bert is still fine, like he was in the other movies. He's not, like, he's the same, and it's fine, like, he's funny, but I don't know, like, that's it. Like, there's nothing for me personally besides on the base level of this to say that I liked it much. Like, I just thought it was okay. Like, it was just an okay sit, just not something I'll ever rewatch again. Characters are funny, they're fine. The movie's silly, B-rate, supposed to be like that. The CGI looks terrible, but I mean, it's a direct-to-video movie, and I think that that might be their reasoning for it. It could be the appeal is like, oh, it's supposed to look like this because the other ones look like that after the first one. So, I don't know, overall it was just an average sequel that had some cool different like aesthetics to it, but it's just wearing thin, and it's not a franchise that I love, and it's not a film that I'll watch again. So overall, I just thought it was okay. It wasn't a terrible sit, just alright.